Imagine being able to control your life with a single swipe. We present Project Afi. Due to the complexity of Afi, our team is splitting up into smaller subgroups. Currently, one of my colleagues and I are working on the left sleeve of Afi. This will contain different additional features that will act as on and off buttons, and basically they will be created with conductive thread and conductive material. Now I will demonstrate how we will be using conductive thread to create the buttons on the left sleeve. As you can see, when the button touches the patch, it closes the circuit, giving us a high value. Here, wherever the button is not touching, we have a low value of 0, and wherever the button touches, we have a value of above 1,000.
Hi, my name is Justin. I'm working with Natalie to simulate the different buttons being pressed on the left side of Afi. In order to innovate Natalie's idea, we've decided to have a pressure sensor, so it's totally wireless. Now, when I put a piece of Velostat in between two sets of conductive fabrics, we're able to simulate a button being pressed by changing resistances. This gives us 4 different outputs that we can have with Afi.
My name is Maria Contreras, and one of the most important components for Project Afi is the conductive thread. After we performed different tests with different ones, we decided to go with this one from Adafruit. How it works is, depending on the length, the resistance varies as well. After we selected the thread, we decided to implement it into our matrix. This is our first prototype, the second, and the third prototype. How the matrix works basically is that we have different layers. One layer is what we call the skin, which are rows of conductive thread. The other is the flesh, or basically columns of conductive thread. Between these 2 layers, we have a Velostat, and what this creates is a pressure sensor similar to what Natalie and Justin talked about before. Now, my colleague Janet is going to explain how this interacts with the microprocessor.
Hello, my name is Jenna Hernandez, and I'll be speaking about how the fabric will work in the matrix once it's all completed and constructed. The rows and columns, here are the rows, here are the columns, are individually connected to inputs and outputs of the microcontroller, acting as an analog to digital converter. We are basically powering the rows one by one while reading the values from the columns one by one. Since we know which row is being powered and which column we're reading from, we now know the locations as here shown marked in X in yellow.
Hello everyone, I'm Darien Diaz and I'm in charge of the software part for Project Afi. At this moment, I'm working on a code that gathers data from the garment. This data will be exported to an Excel file in order to be evaluated to create an application.